Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is March 22nd, 2026. So, my name is Mo, and welcome to the post match live analysis where we analyze Barcelona matches. Today, we're going to be talking about the Barcelona victory against Rayo Vallecano 1-0 with a goal of Ronald Araujo at the Spotify Camp Nou. Where ever since that stadium has reopened, this team has been absolutely undefeated. The Camp Nou is once again proven to be our fortress, not just our home stadium. Now, as you know by now, or maybe you don't, today I was at the match. I was at the Camp Nou. I watched the match at the stadium. I gotta say, the stadium is looking absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, from the outside, it looks like a construction site. Don't get me wrong. There's still cranes. There's still building material. There's still fences. It looks like a construction site, but it's taking shape. You're starting to see the rings. You're starting to see what it's going to look like. And it looks absolutely beautiful. On the inside of the stadium, it's even better. I mean, the pitch is spotless. The first two rings are absolutely gorgeous. The way they've done the inside, because remember, I've been to the Camp Nou before they remodeled it, but the stadium is looking absolutely beautiful. And the way they've organized it for match day, by the way, very impressive. Even though I just said that it looks like a construction site, you don't feel like it's a construction site, right? When you're moving about around the stadium, into the stadium, outside the stadium, it's not, you don't see machinery, you don't see anything. Like, they have it really well blocked off that it doesn't feel like a construction site. But absolutely beautiful stadium. And of course, I took my camera, I took a lot of footage. I just got to put that footage together and make the video about the Camp Nou, and of course, the video about the Stade Johan Cruyff, because I went there yesterday. Oh, and by the way, there is a new member of the channel that I would like to introduce. Ta-da! Meet Cat. Cat Coulee is now part of the channel. It's now Barca News featuring Mo and Cat Coulee. Meow, 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 meow. Piscal Barca. Piscal Catalunya. Ha, 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 ha. I finally got myself a Cat Coulee. I know I raffled one on the channel, but I hadn't gotten myself one. And well, now I have one. Ha ha, Piscal Barca. Welcome to Barca News. Ha ha ha. Anyways, I was more excited about the Cat Coulee than anything else at the store. So I ended up getting it. But let's talk about the match. Let's talk about the match before I get too distracted, because today was a very important victory. Why? We do have the FIFA international break. So, of course, it was important to go into the break with a victory with 7 points ahead of Real Madrid. Temporarily, of course, because right now, as we speak, Real Madrid are playing the Madrid Derby against Atletico de Madrid. And of course, if Madrid lose, the difference stays at 7 points. If they draw, it goes down to 6. And if they win, it goes back to 4 points. But today was very important to go into the international break with a victory to keep our lead over Madrid, whether it be 4 points like it was or 7 points if they end up losing. And I think Hansi Flick understood that. And because of that, he started with the full artillery, right? We saw up front, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal. In the midfield, we saw Pedri, Bernal, Fermin Lopez. In the back, we saw Juan Garcia, who gave us a little bit of scare. Thank God, nothing there. Pau Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, Cancelo, and of course, Araujo in the place of the injured Koundé. But Hansi Flick came out with a full artillery, knowing very well the importance of this match and the importance of getting 3 points. Because let's not forget, there's only 9 matches left after this. This is the final stretch of La Liga. We cannot afford to lose points. And if today Real Madrid lose, that sets us up pretty good to win La Liga title. I'm not saying it's over, because we still have to play against Atletico Madrid and against Real Madrid themselves. But a 7-point difference this late in the league, that of course does benefit us. Now, of course, we'll see what Madrid does. Hopefully they'll lose. But Flick understanding the importance of this match. You know who didn't understand the importance of this match? The players, because this was an absolute shit show. It was a terrible fucking game. I can't believe I flew halfway around the world, paid for a hotel, paid for transportation, paid for the stadium, just so I can watch these players play like absolute shit, because that's exactly what it was. Now, the first 10 minutes of the first half, Rayo Vallecano really put pressure on us. I mean, they were able to take advantage of our or exploit our high line, and they created some chances. It took the team some while to get back into the match, and then finally when Lamine and Rafinha started participating a little bit more, Barcelona kind of regained control, created some chances, but not really enough to say, wow, what a team. This is the same team that scored 7 goals against Newcastle. Not at all. But Barcelona generated enough in the first half to where we were able to score a goal, of course, coming through a corner kick. Joan Cancelo takes the corner kick. Ronald Araujo heads it in. There was some pretty bad misses in the first half as well. Rafinha missed 3 big chances, including a 1v1 against the goalkeeper. And there's another one where he hit the post. Lamine Yamal got taken down inside the box. Clear penalty that the referee completely missed. But nonetheless, an okay first half where Barcelona generated some, not a lot, but enough to score that one goal and go to the halftime up 1-0. Now, second half, absolute disaster. My God, what a disaster of a second half. They couldn't maintain the possession of the ball. They couldn't complete more than 1 or 2 passes in succession. Up front, I mean, we were absolutely horrible. Nobody can complete a dribble. Nobody can find their teammate when they were passing in the final third. I mean, an absolute disaster by the team. And then, of course, Rayo Vallecano taking advantage of the total disarray of our team and creating a chance after chance after chance after chance. And thankfully, we had Joan Garcia, who once again showed us what a difference it makes to have a world-class goalkeeper, right? We used to talk about this a lot. We used to talk about how Madrid have been crap for so many seasons, but they were able to win important things, including the Champions League 2 seasons ago. Why? Because they had Courtois, right? Courtois would stop everything his way, so no other team could score against Madrid, no matter how much better the other team was. And then Madrid, with one play, one run, one counterattack, they would score 1 goal, and then boom, they would take home victory. And that's how they were winning trophies, thanks to Courtois. And while today, we pretty much saw the same thing, right? We saw Joan Garcia, who was stopping absolutely everything. So Rayo Vallecano could not score. And then Barcelona, with just one play, a corner kick that Araujo heads in, and voila, we got 1-0. 3 very important points. Now, again, I'm very, very happy with the 3 points that the team obtained. I'm very happy with the victory, but overall, this was a terrible, awful, horrendous performance. And it begs the question is like, what is going on with this team, right? Because this team this season has been a roller coaster where they give us matches where you're like, whoa, oh my God, this team can win it all, can go all the way to the Champions League final, and then they follow it up with a performance like today where you're like, all right, we're set to play against Atletico Madrid 3 times, twice in the Champions League, once in La Liga. You play like you played today and forget about everything, because I don't see this team getting past the quarterfinals if they play like this again. And yet, a few days ago against Newcastle, this team looked like they could win the Champions League final. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened today. I don't know if the players are exhausted because of what they had to do against Newcastle, or I don't know if it was just tough to get motivated because you just beat Newcastle 7-2 in the Champions League. And now this is the final match before the FIFA international break against a weak opponent like Rayo Vallecano. Maybe the players couldn't get motivated. I don't know what it was, but today's performance was absolutely horrendous, and this cannot be repeated, especially because this is the final stretch of La Liga, of the season, sorry. We have very important matches coming up, 3 against Atletico Madrid, a Clásico against Real Madrid, and if the team plays like this, we can easily throw the season away. Remember, Inter Milan from last season, they were in the semifinal of the Italian Cup. They were in the final of the Champions League. They were in first place in the Serie A, and they ended the season with 0 trophies, even though they looked like they were about to win it all. So this is not the time to be, putting out these kind of performances. This is not the time to be relaxing or dropping our guard, because this is the final stretch. This is when trophies are won, but they could easily also be lost. Anyways, let's hope this was just exhaustion, because again, very disappointing performance. I think aside from Joan Garcia, Pau Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, I don't think anyone really did a spectacular match or a good match at all. I mean, Rafinha was very erratic with some great runs followed by really bad runs. Lamine Yamal could not complete a single dribble. Lewy was complete ghost because, of course, without Rafinha, without Lamine Yamal doing their job, Lewy pretty much is useless. Ferran Torres comes onto the field, and it's like you start wondering, not only are you good enough for Barca, are you even good enough to be a professional football player? Because my God, what I saw today from Ferran Torres, I was like, holy shit, like what is going on? This guy like forgot to play football overnight. I mean, even Pedri, not that Pedri had a bad match, but this was not like one of those brilliant performances that Pedri gives us like 95% of the time. I think Bernal had a good match, and then once he come off, you could see the difference once Casado came on. But again, nothing to rave on. Cancelo, again, very weak defensively in the attack, a little discreet. Ronald Araujo, very good on the one-on-one situations, but overall just does not fit the scheme. I mean, he was constantly getting caught out of position. He does not know what an offside trap is. I mean, when Araujo's on the field, forget the offside trap. That thing is just not going to work with him on the field, even though, again, on the 1v1 situations, he's very good. And today he had very good saves in those 1v1 situations. But overall, as a player in the entire scheme, he just does not inspire confidence. Now, to be fair to him, today he was playing as a right back, so maybe that's why he is out of position. Maybe it's better to put him next to Pau Cubarsí, moves Gerard Martin to the left, and Joao Cancelo to the right. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see because it does not inspire too much confidence. And again, besides Juan Garcia, besides Cubarsí and Gerard Martin, the rest, I was not very impressed. Xavi Espada came in towards the end. I liked the few minutes that I saw from him. Hopefully he can get more minutes. I thought he was going to be starting today, but that wasn't the case. Again, I think it was Flick just really wanted to secure those 3 points. We saw Juan Garcia give us that scare at the beginning. He went down on his knees, asked for the doctors, touched his same leg from last time, but it looks like he was not injured. Thank God, because I don't know if Wojciech Szczesny would have came in if he would have been able to complete the same amount of saves that Juan Garcia had, because today we take home 3 points because of Juan Garcia. And in fact, he won the MVP of the match. And that just goes to show how bad of a match it is. Your goalkeeper should never be the MVP, okay? If you play well, your goalkeeper should barely even have any work to do. And yet, Juan Garcia ended up winning the MVP because that's how bad of a match it was. Now, of course, this is not to take away from what Juan Garcia did, because it was absolutely heroic. It's thanks to him that we have these 3 points. Very well-deserved MVP. But I'm never happy when I see that my goalkeeper is the MVP, because it means that the rest of the team failed. Besides that, Joao Cancelo looks like he got taken out with some discomfort. Looks muscular. Let's hope it's nothing serious. Let's hope he can be fine after the international break. And besides that, I really don't have any much more to say. I'm going to go now to a bar, watch the Madrid derby, hopefully watch Real Madrid lose some points. And then, of course, after that, it is international break, so no Barcelona football for a couple of weeks, which, of course, is always sad. Now, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be probably posting another video later tonight with some news after I watch the Madrid derby. And tomorrow, I'm off to London. But, of course, I'm going to continue making videos as I'm on the road, and then I get back home next Monday. Not tomorrow, but following Monday, I'll be back in my studio, regular scheduled videos, back to the podcast, and all that good stuff. Oh, and of course, stay tuned for those 2 videos, Study Johan Cruyff and a Spotify Camp Nou. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, guys.